Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video using the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Happiness Collection. This is my first layout I created with this collection, and I got it from my little scrapbook store. It was in my design team package. I have an unboxing of that package on my YouTube channel. I will pop it up here in the cards up above on your right hand side, so you can just click that if you want to watch that. So off camera, I went ahead and used my die cutting machine and a metal die that I have that's a scallop edge, and it's a stitched scallop edge, and I cut it all the way across the 12 by 12 paper. And so I ended up trimming those down because I wanted them to be shorter. And I have these two photos that I printed on one 4x6 photo paper, and they are both from the same day. I had two of my friends come over and scrapbook one day, and their names are both Amanda. And Emily was hanging out with us at one point during the day in the craft room, and I said, let's take a selfie or let's take a picture or something, and she did this face in the top picture, and then in the bottom picture it's just us three, and Greg took that picture of us. So I love this collection, and y'all, I'm a sucker for wood grain paper. If it's wood grain, give it to me because I love it all. I do not discriminate against the colors. It can be this nice, really like white, like whitewash kind of look, or this like tan look, or I even really like the dark wood is my favorite. I just love it all. So I was super happy to see a wood grain paper in this collection. It looks really good with all these super awesome colors. And right now I'm using one of the pieces because I didn't trim them the same size. I thought I was going to like it not trimmed the same size. And after doing all of this, I actually end up staggering them anyways, so it really wouldn't have mattered if they were the same size. But y'all, it took me a while. So I am going to cut. I'm going to show you guys how I get everything kind of organized here. And then I'm going to cut out the part of me actually gluing everything down because it does take a little while. Now, this idea was not mine. I have seen several people do like the scallop edges with layers. So that idea was definitely not my idea. I can't really go back and say exactly who I saw it from, but I remember seeing it from several people over the past couple of months. So I wanted to try it out. I actually had a dream about it. I had a dream about this collection that doesn't normally happen to me. I had a dream about this collection and doing this scallop layered look. So yeah, I kind of lost my mojo. I am doing a class for my retreat, and I just finished it up this weekend, and so that was a lot of work, kind of behind the scenes nobody's seen yet. And I've been working really, really hard on that, and so I kind of was just like creatively drained. Hopefully that makes sense. But I got in my chat group on Patreon and ask some people kind of what they do, or ask my patrons what they do. And a lot of them said they start with a sketch or an inspiration. I think some people said they start with the photos. And so for this, I had this idea in my head, but I really started with that idea and then the photos. I knew that I wanted to use black and white, so I printed them off in black and white, just because of all the different patterns and colors that are going on behind it. I just felt like it would work better. So all of these layers are glued down now, and now I'm going on each layer and kind of fluffing it, I guess, or making the little scallop pieces kind of curl up a little bit to give it some dimension. So it's really, really pretty in person, you guys. I love the way that this layout came together, and looking at it and just sitting here staring at it, because I do that, you know, stare at my layouts. I like to look at paper too. I can't even tell that I had lost my mojo. So it's really, really great to be back. So if you lose your mojo, those are, I guess, some tips from other scrapbookers. And it really did help. So now I am taking the photos and matting them, and I'm going to do several different layers behind the photo, but this first layer is that navy blue, and then I'm going to do the floral, I'm going to do a pink one, and then I'm going to do one final layer, and it's more of a paper that looks like it has a whole bunch of mixed media on it, but it's going to be a very, very thin layer. You're barely going to see it, but it just adds a little something extra behind it. I did keep the photos printed on the 4x6 sheet of paper. Sometimes I will separate them, but I just liked the white border around it since it is a black and white photo, and so I decided to keep it like that. I did trim it down just a little bit though. So I am super happy with just that. Like, this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to look. And I love the way that it came together. So make sure that you go over to My Little Scrapbook Store and check out what Michelle has in her shop. She also actually has a live sale tonight, Wednesday. What is the actual date? Let me see. The 10th, April 10th, Wednesday, April 10th. So make sure that you go over there, like the Facebook page, My Little Scrapbook Store, and check out the live event tonight, the live sale. And then on Friday, she has bingo. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So Friday, let's see, the date is Friday the 12th. So go over to her Facebook page, check that out. If you like bingo and you like winning prizes, scrapbooking prizes, then check that out. Purchase a bingo card from mylittlescrapbookstore.com, and I will have it linked below in the description, so you can just click on it, get your bingo card, go to her Facebook page, and have fun with live bingo. Some of my friends are actually coming over, and we're gonna make it a girls' weekend, and they're going to come over and we're gonna play bingo Friday night, and then we're gonna scrapbook on Saturday. So it should be fun. I'm super excited. So I hope that you guys can join in on that fun. Lots and lots of good prizes for that. And yeah, so make sure you check that out. So I ended up using the Happiness, it's not chipboard, it's a die cut for my title. I was going to say this is Happiness because there was a this and it is in the pack of the die cuts. However, it just didn't look right to me. There wasn't enough space at the top to make it look right. It looked like it was kind of smushed. So I just end up using Happiness, and I'm using some of those clear stickers, which look like paint strokes, and I love the way that that looks. I also used a tiny little word phrase down at the bottom left-hand corner, and it says happy little moments because these were happy little moments. And then I'm going to use this floral piece. Now, one of my friends actually asked me to do a video on using florals. Now, I really only use one floral here, but for me, I like to use them in the corners, just like so, to kind of accent a corner. And I'm going to put some more leaves behind it. Now, you can put it behind the photo. You can put it on top of the photo like I did here. There are several different ways that you can do this. I could have added more flowers behind it, but I really didn't want it to be too much because I want the focus to be the photos and the layers of the scallop edges behind the photo, because I really like that, and I worked really hard on that. So again, I'm not going to do a whole bunch of embellishing just because I want that focus to be the photos and the layers. And I'm okay with that. Again, I'm not a heavy embellisher. I know a lot of people that are, and they make it look gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that at all. But for me, especially for this one, I just felt like keeping it not simple, because it's not simple. There's a lot of layers, but I just didn't want to do too much. So now I'm just using some of the die cuts, some of the hearts, to kind of just go around the title to add some interest there to the title, to draw your eye to it. And I am gluing all of that down. And then I'm also going to pull out my Nuvo Dream Drops. Y'all, the one that I'm using is Fairy Wings, and it's a purple. And holy moly, these things are gorgeous. It's the first time that I used them, and I just want to put them on everything. They worked so good. I actually watched Heba from My Little Journal. I watched her, she did a video on Nuvo drops, and because I did have a problem with them before, they had this little peak and I couldn't get rid of it and it was driving me crazy. And so I watched her video and oh my God, they're perfect. So thank you, Heba. So off on the side here on this mat, onto the left hand side, I tested it out to make sure there was not any air in it, which is another suggestion from her. And you just start with your little tip at the bottom and then squeeze and then stop and then pull up, and it worked perfect. So I'm going to be using these all over everything from now on. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. This is pretty much the layout. If you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to spread love and be kind. I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye.